Why is it raining in every single qualifying I'm doing? Yo, welcome everyone to a brand new video today. It's time for WOR and we are racing around USA circuit of the Americas. And as you can see, it's full wet. The wet tires are on and we have a full qualifying here, so this is our best Q1 lap we're looking at. And yeah, previous week racing around Brazil, maybe you guys have seen the video, we got front wing damage and yeah, just about missed out on points, but for now P10 in Q1, so we managed to get through. And now this is Q2 and it's gonna be full wet for Q1, Q2 and Q3, and you only have 2 sets of wet tires, so you gotta be smart using used tires or new tires. I think I'm only doing 1 lap on new tires in Q2, and that's the lap you guys are looking at right now, and we're currently in P10. And of course the only the top 10 will manage to get through to Q3. We're currently in P11, so we need a good improvement. P12 at the moment, we're gonna cross the line and it is P5, which should be enough.
Nice job.
Shouldn't have too much wear. So that's P7 for Q2. Leroy's racing. Really nice. Harvey on pole position. He's the wet merchant on F1 2020. Our teammate Manuel Bianchi out, unfortunately. But we're gonna head on to Q3. Fuel to car for potentially 2 push laps. That is doable on wet tires. The tires won't really overheat, and you're using around 45% ERS on 1 push lap. So you can do 2 in a row. And that's what I was planning to do as well. Currently in P9, I don't think we have set a lap yet, or maybe 1 on all tires. But now in sector 1, the rear was pretty loose. The race is completely dry, so that's why I was just running a full dry setup, as you always aim to be the fastest in the race instead of qualifying. Well, maybe if you're running at Monaco it will be different, but you guys know what I mean. For now it seems like we're doing a pretty good lap time here, but final sector to go. Normally you aim to brake on the curb, but now you can't because you will go straight on and miss the corner basically. So now in sector 3, 7 tenths up to Daniel in P6. So it seems like we're on for a pretty good lap here. 4th gear for a bit of more traction. This corner normally flat out, now you have to play with the throttle, going a bit sideways, sliding around, missing the apex here slightly. Now only 1 corner to go, and we actually missed the apex again, so we messed up the final sector quite a bit, but it's still P2 for now. And I said I can do 2 laps, but I didn't.
Oh god. Doing good.
Good point. So yeah, you can hear my engineer say as well.
Good.
Yeah, I made a mistake there, but still second with only that lap. So at the end it's not too bad. Alfa Carlton in P1, and you can see my final sector was 4 tenths off. So that's where we lost all our time. But still starting on the front row, so let's get into the race. Here we are then at the start, and as you can see it's gonna be a full dry race. So we're just gonna do the hard medium strategy as probably everyone else would do. Simply the fastest basically on every track. So now lights are going on, 5 red lights, and away we go. Lights went out pretty quickly, and Harvey has a better start than us, so we have to try to defend against him. Alvaro's leaving the inside open for us.
That's 4 wide behind me.
And we managed to keep our second position for now. So now it's all about trying to get into a rhythm. Of course, the whole qualifying was in wet conditions, so you have to get used to the grip levels again. Because yeah, basically always have to drive on the limits if you want to be competitive.
Just follow over.
Yeah.
So now you can see Alvaro is blasting his ERS, so we have to do the same.
Blasting it out.
And I knew already from practice that Alvaro was pretty quick around here, and I was struggling with some race pace. Normally not really an issue, but on this track just a bit different. For now still in 7 tenths, but in lap 3 we are 9 tenths behind him, so we need a very good first sector if we want to get the DRS. Now this corner, you have to be careful. I think I also already was on 2 warnings at this point, so that's not ideal. And we crossed the line when the delta says 0.996.
No, how did I miss it now? The game said, oh, no way.
But as you can see, we just about missed out apparently on the DRS. So Alvaro is basically gone now, but he was flashing as well. Now Ruben is behind us, and I was hoping for him to get past if we still want to fight Alvaro in this race. But yeah, we are very low in ERS now, so it will be hard to stay with him as well. And now Luke Smith is the next one who is gonna get past us.
Yeah, I'm getting eaten alive now, basically.
You're basically a sitting duck if you have no ERS pretty early on in the race. But I had to if I wanted to stay close with Alvaro. And if I would have had that DRS, it would probably be a lot easier to stay close with him. But all the way until lap 14, nothing really happened. Just was able to save a bit of ERS, Luke doing a dummy, but Daniel and Mirko are going into the pits now, so we need a good in-lap here. We're gonna pit as well, and I was hoping for that Luke would do the same, and he does. He's gonna go into the pits, and we're gonna follow him, braking in time. Don't wanna experience the same as previous week where we lost the front wing at pit entry.
Yeah, and a break in your wing though.
Fair enough.
So Alvaro and Ruben are doing another lap, so maybe we can undercut them, but of course they will have the better tires at the end of the race. So we are now gonna come out, and let's see where Daniel and Mirko are. He's at my outside right now, and he's making the move here. Mirko of course wants to get past well. We are closing the door there for him. He's sticking his nose in, but he doesn't manage to get past. So for now we're still ahead of him, but now here he tries to go up the inside.
What are you trying, Mirko?
And yeah, really hard to judge, but I think yeah, was basically not really an overtaking opportunity in my opinion. But unfortunately for him, he spun around, so that's unlucky. But we have to move on. Next up is Will Lewis. He didn't make a pit stop yet, and he's on old hards, so we will have a lot better traction, and he's flashing as well. So I probably don't need to use a lot of ERS here to get past him. And there were quite a lot of other drivers still staying out, so we have to get past them as well. And there's a sort of incident up ahead with Tom Manley and Luke Smith, and we're fighting Luke Smith of course in this race, so that's pretty good for us. And now Luke Smith is gonna send it up the inside, but we managed to stay out of him, luckily.
Yeah.
And now next up Thomas Ronnaar, but he has a penalty, and I've heard that he had some incidents with Dylan Warren.
Quite some straight line.
They're racing quite hard to each other. Luckily lets us pass there, so that's good for us. But now Ruben and Alvaro coming out of the pits, and they are going to be on cold tires. So Daniel gets past, but now we want to get past as well. So we're going to go around the outside there. Just about managed to make a move there. Ruben couldn't really go flat out with his cold tires, but now in lap 19 he is gonna get past us. He has the 2 laps fresher tires, and that's quite a big difference. So we're just gonna let him pass and don't use our ERS.
Alvaro will be catching Harvey in the last sector.
Okay.
And as you can see, Ruben Pedreño is now getting past Daniel as well. And I already thought Ruben and Alvaro are gonna be too fast on those fresh tires, so I was just aiming to finish out of Daniel. And now Harvey Cowan is in P3, also on hards, and he still didn't make a pit stop. He was probably hoping for a safety car or anything, and now Daniel sends it up the inside of him and sort of pushed him off. Harvey still keeping his car on the inside through this flat out right hander, but he doesn't have the grip to keep his position. And now he is gonna go into the pits, so that's basically perfect for us.
Thank you very much.
And now we're right behind Daniel, and Daniel was not using his ERS because he probably knows that we're not gonna catch them anymore.
Daniel knows we're not gonna catch them.
We're not gonna catch up on them now. We're not gonna catch up with them. From 30%.
So now we are pretty close actually to Daniel here. And we are gonna try to get past, but don't use a lot of ERS.
He's flashing.
As he's flashing as well. And now Luke Smith is gonna try to go for a move. He's gonna go at the inside. I'm going at the outside, trying to get past him. But Daniel still sticks it here up the inside, and I didn't really expect that, so I really want to get past him, as I don't want to lose Luke Smith as well.
Oh my god.
And we made contact there and almost lost the car. But yeah, Luke Smith has a 3-second penalty, but you never know if it's valid or not. And basically I can confirm he had an unfair warning. So we're racing Luke Smith as well for position. But now we are gonna use our ERS, as that will probably be a bit easier to get past. And he is not really defending this time, but even though he went for a sort of switchback there, I was hoping he didn't really do that, because that would make it pretty hard to stay close with Luke Smith. And now you can see in the top left, Jake Benham is right behind us now. And
he's just about under 10%.
He is on 3 laps fresher medium tires, so he will be pretty fast in the fast corners and on traction. But now it's time for the final lap, and it's Luke Smith, Jake and me fighting for a podium spot here. Ruben and Alvaro basically too far at this point, so we need a very good first sector if we still want to fight for this position. We had a bit of a bad exit there. We are pretty far behind at the moment, but we do have more ERS. I think Luke was around 10 or 15% less than me. So now we're gonna use our ERS, open up the DRS, and now it's just pulling the throttle down, and there is space on the inside, so we're gonna go for it. We're gonna brake just in time. Luke keeps it around the outside there, so we slightly push him off here. And now he didn't dive us back. And now Jake Benham is battling as well with Luke. Defending the inside for this corner. And now they were too busy with each other, so we can just run away with the final podium spot in this race. Ruben is gonna win the race, Alvaro is second, and we are gonna cross the line in P3.
Oi, oi, oi. Let's go, boys.
So at the end, still managed to get a good result out of this race, even though our pace wasn't that good. Jake Benham P4, but I think Luke finished ahead of him on track and his penalty will be removed. Our teammate Manuel P7, so also decent points for him. As you can see, there are 2 warnings. One warning in lap 2, 1 lap in lap 3. But just played it very smart at the end, I would say.
P2 crawling and
so yeah, next week will be Baku at least. Fun track. Hopefully don't end up in Castle section, but we'll see how that goes. So everyone, thanks for watching and see you guys next time. Ciao.